with Jacob and Jared on Health Monday. Our friends from Marble City Pharmacy. And gentlemen, Happy New Year to you both.
Happy New Year.
Y'all got an excited looking countenance on your faces this morning.
It's going to be a good year.
It's going to be a good year.
Yes. This is the year of Jacob. I already know. I already started now.
The year of Jake. That could be a movie. The year of Jake.
It's going to be a good year.
It'd be a bust.
Yeah.
New Year's health resolution. You ever made one of those and kept it?
I actually have made one and kept it, but I hadn't made many and kept them. I don't keep all of them, that's for sure.
And I guess all of us make them, and the typical ones are losing weight and all that kind of stuff. But why do we break the resolution? We just don't have enough grit in us to follow through, or what?
Well, that might be some of it. I think the biggest problem with our New Year's resolutions is we make ones that are too lofty. You get to the end of the year and you've decided that you need to do something radically different, right? And you probably do, and we do too sometimes, but then we end up making goals that we can't keep. And so if you get to the first of the year and you say, this year I'm going to bike 6,000 miles, or I'm going to run in a Boston Marathon, or something along those lines, something that there's no way you're going to get it done, then you end up failing by what? January the 15th, or maybe even by today. Today's January the 8th. Yeah. You may have failed already. So I think the biggest thing is we get these ideas in our mind about what we want to do, but they're more than we can actually accomplish. And so today we want to talk about goals that we can actually get to in 2024.
So, Jacob, what about some of the right resolutions?
Right resolutions. Let's talk about maybe not specific ones, but how to make a right resolution. It has to be, you can look up any number of things that say what's a good goal, how to make a true goal, how to stick to it, but just some simple things. One is it has to be achievable. You don't say, again, like I said, I'm going to run a Boston Marathon by June. And I've never run a day in my life, but I got 26.2 miles in me by June. No, you don't. So it needs to be achievable, realistic. It needs to be measurable. Now, people don't understand that, but what I mean is you don't set a New Year's resolution to lose weight, because that's not a measurable goal that you can aim for and keep your mind focused on. I want to lose weight. Oh, okay, really? Good. So does everybody else.
I've said this for years.
You say, I want to lose 20 pounds in the next 36 weeks, or I'm just picking up now. You set something that is measurable so you can track your progress, because that's what keeps our minds focused and going. So achievable, measurable, and sustainable. What good is it going to do me to lose 20 pounds over the next 36 weeks if the way I chose to do it isn't sustainable beyond 36 weeks? Because I got news for you. Next January 1st, we're sitting in the same spot that we are this year, because it's not sustainable. So achievable, realistic. Measurable, I can track it and see how I'm doing. And sustainable, when I'm done, I can keep doing it, because I'm not done. Well, I'm never done.
I'm lost already this morning.
That was incredible. We need to have an invitation song. Maybe somebody will repent now. Yeah.
Altar call on the way.
That's right.
So, are there some good resolutions available, you think?
Well, we got them divided into 3 categories. So we got physical goals, we got diet goals, and then we got mental health goals. And so hopefully by the end of the show, Jacob won't be near as crazy as he
Too late.
as he has been. But let's look at the physical goals first. We try to just give 3 or 4 simple things in each of these categories. So under physical, the first one would just be to sit less and move more. Now, that may seem simple. I mean, if you're a person who's already running or lifting weights or swimming or something like that, you think that's stupid. But I know there's some of you out there who don't ever get up. Maybe you have a job where you sit down all day, or maybe you've gotten to a place where you just sit on the couch all day and you find yourself getting less and less healthy. You're sedentary. And so what you want to do is take some time, maybe set an alarm on your phone or something once an hour. Get up and walk for a few minutes. Small steps like that. So you can say, again, to Jacob's point, you want something that's measurable. I'm going to walk 15 minutes 3 days this week. That's measurable. That's something that you can actually do, and that's something that you can sustain. So that's a good one. Sit less and move more. Find some kinds of, number 2, find some kind of physical activity that you enjoy. All right. This also, to Jacob's point, if you don't enjoy this, you're not going to carry it out, right? So if your way to lose weight is to wrap a saran wrap all around you or garbage bags or something like that and turn the heat up in your house to 100 degrees and run all around and sweat the weight off, you're not going to keep doing that, right? Something that you enjoy. So if you like to get outdoors and walk, if you like to swim maybe, whatever it is, something that you enjoy. And then the third one under this would be to visit your doctor. You know, I know we're preaching to the choir for some of you. Somebody visits your doctor every 6 months on a regular basis. You get your blood work done. Your doctor knows what's going on with you. But the truth is, a lot of you probably haven't been to the doctor in who knows how long. And so to have that checkup, to have your blood work done, to see what the doctor has to say about his recommendations for what you can do, you need to get that done.
You know, if you watch TV at all, especially the early part of a new year, you're going to see all these diet plans that are fail-proof. It's enjoyable. The food is good, and all that kind of stuff. But really, what are some good diet resolutions, Jake?
Dietary resolutions, and these are huge because, you know, people are more likely to make a dietary resolution than they are a physical resolution. Everybody makes a dietary resolution, right? All right, so let's start with this. Eat more whole foods. And I don't mean eat your whole plate every time you sit down. I mean fruits, vegetables, grains, seeds, nuts, fish, whole foods, not processed foods. Eating more of these, you will feel more full.
So give a couple of notes on processed food that is taboo for us.
I had a cosmic brownie last night. Does that count?
Oh no, those are God's gift.
Okay. All right.
Those are sanctified and sacred. You know, processed foods, you know, the things that are packaged and preserved, and you know, you can leave them out on the counter for 6 months and they still look exactly the same.
Frosted Flakes, that a processed food?
That's just cornflakes with a little sugar. I'm good with that.
All right.
Just don't tell anybody. Don't tell my doctor I said that. You know, the processed foods, all the things that go in them to make them last, to make them sustainable, to make them profitable for the company that makes them, because that's the goal. It's a company. I'm a company. I get it. They're not good for us. They're just not. So eating more whole. When you go to the grocery store, we all like to walk past that first section because that food requires work. That's the fruits, the fresh fruits and the fresh vegetables and and you got to do stuff to it before you can eat it. But I can just go back to the box and can section.
Oh yeah.
And I just open those and I'm kind of done. And so we go past that first section of the foods we need to be eating, and we go to those and they got that freezer section. Right. Don't do that. Stop in that first section. Eat more whole foods. Second, everybody hates me for this one. I'm sorry. Decrease your sugary beverages. I don't mean you have to go cold turkey today. But drinking your calories, look, I love sweet tea more than anybody watching this. I promise I do. And I love Coke. I promise I do. But those are largely gone from my life, and they need to be. Those are terrible for you. They bring nothing to the table. There's nothing good about them for you except that I enjoy drinking them. Cut down on the sugary beverages. That cuts a huge amount of calories and things from your life that we don't need, that aren't bringing anything good to the table. 3, cook more at home. We talked about stopping in that section of the grocery store. Cook more at home. Eat out less. There's so many studies done, so many different ways that show, you know, if you eat fast food X number of times a week, or if you eat processed fried potatoes, aka French fries, X number of times a week, you're just cutting years and years and years literally off your life. Cook more at home. Find things you like. Stop in that first section of the grocery store. Get those things. Learn to prepare them. Eat more at home. And last for my section, you mentioned those commercials. Don't pick a fad diet. You know, I need to lose weight, so I'm going to do keto. I'll just pick one. I can't even name most of them anymore because I just completely quit following them. I quit even looking at what's out there. There's a new one every couple of days. I'm going to do this diet. Atkins diet for years was the thing. I'm going to cut out all carbs. Quit being ridiculous. Look at me. Quit being ridiculous. Fad diets don't work. You will rebound back worse than what you started. They are not sustainable. Eat healthy whole foods every day of your life. That is sustainable. Don't do fad diets. Stay away from them. They're worse for you than you can imagine.
He's getting pretty fired up.
He's preaching, isn't he?
I hate fad diets, and people get on them, and I lost 35 pounds. Well, next year you're 50 pounds heavier. Enjoy.
And you mentioned cutting years off your life.
Yeah.
You know,
That's real.
that you would normally spend with your family and friends. And
That's real.
I tell you. So Jacob, what about, we've got a couple of minutes to go, what about mental health resolutions? I hadn't thought about that.
Well, you know, there are things that all of us can do to put ourselves in a good mood, to give ourselves a better chance of feeling good. Nobody likes to be depressed. Nobody likes to be down. You know, particularly at times like this in the winter. The holidays are over. The weather is not what we like. I mean, it's cold outside. I think it's about to rain a bunch if I saw it correctly.
No sun.
There's no sun, right? But we need to do things to take care of our mental health, put us in a good frame of mind. And you guys will understand this when we start talking about it. Let me just start with this. Increase your quality sleep. You may think that sounds crazy. There are very few things you can do that are more important than getting good sleep. God made us this way for a reason. He made us to rest, and then He made us to get up and do. And if we don't get the proper rest we need, we can't get up and do the things we need to do. You know what it's like. You don't sleep right, you don't feel good. So there are things that you can do. Don't look at your phone or some other kind of electronics in the bed. Make sure you go to bed at a decent hour. Don't drink caffeine too close to bedtime, probably afternoon actually. Don't eat too close to bedtime. All kind of things you can do. Get quality sleep. Number two would be to get outside more. Now, I just said the weather's not like we like right now, but when you have a chance, the sun does something for you. I got theories on this. I think God put it there for a reason. God is light, the sun's light. We can talk about that later. Really are getting to a sermon now. But the sun's good for you. Getting outside, seeing the things in nature, and not with your hand in your phone, right? Observing the things that are around you. And then the last thing would be, it's not the last thing I'm going to say, limiting your screen time. Doesn't matter if it's a TV, phone, iPad, whatever it is. Put those things down. Enjoy the things around you. Talk to real people.
All right.
Talk to real people. That'll do it for you every time.
We out of time. Appreciate you both being here. Thanks for watching Daybreak Live. Until next time, God bless you. God bless America. Stay safe, everyone.